I'm Jeremy Anderson, Director of Instruction at the Legacy Golf Club in Phoenix, Arizona, and I'm here at the Eli Callaway Performance Center in San Diego, California. What I want to talk to you about right now is understanding how to control the golf ball better under pressure situations. And one thing that I want you to really understand is that the best players in the world, their intent isn't to do something that they're not normally going to do. They always try and stay within one standard deviation of what they do well. So they're not going to change their tempo, they're not going to start moving the ball position around necessarily just to change conditions to try and control the golf ball better. One thing that I try to get a lot of my players to do is when they get under pressure and they need to control the ball a little bit more, is to flight the ball down. We call it chipping it around the course, especially if you're not swinging the best that day or you're not swinging it that well. We'd want to chip the ball around, get it back into the clubhouse so we can get back to the range and practice and get the golf swing ready for the next day. So how we're going to work on flighting and controlling the golf ball is like this. We're not going to move the ball back. We're not going to necessarily slow down our tempo. We're going to try and keep our signature tempo. But here's what we are going to do. We're going to choke down on the golf club a little bit, and we're going to move the right foot closer to the left. So we're going to move the trail foot a little bit closer to the left to narrow the stance, and we're going to grip down a little bit. And what that's going to do is that's going to help us get our spine into the shot, which is going to do a couple things. Typically, it's going to help us flight the golf ball better, which is going to help us increase the spin and lower the trajectory, which is going to help us control distance and accuracy. All right, so let's hit a couple shots focusing on this. So we're going to narrow the stance. So my normal stance width with a 7-iron would be approximately, like, let's say here, okay, which is probably about 16 inches. And I'm going to narrow my stance probably 3 to 4 inches, but I'm not going to move the golf ball back. I'm going to keep the golf ball where it normally would be, and I'm going to grip down on the golf club. Okay, so I'm going to go like middle of the grip. I'm going to narrow my stance, and let's flight a shot here. Okay, good. Nice little cutout there. Let's hit one more. Let's try and draw this one. Okay, narrow stance, standard ball position, width of the club head inside the left heel, grip down on the club. Okay, pretty straight. All right, so instead of trying to do something that you wouldn't normally do that you're probably not good at, let's try and stay within the parameters of what you do well. Keep your tempo. Just choke down a little bit and move your trail foot closer to your lead foot and keep that ball position. All right, let me know how this helps.